Well, alrighty then. It's February 20th, Friday the 20th. Last Friday was the 13th. I didn't know it was Friday the 13th till it was almost not. So, little hive, look at this. It's 49 degrees. And I see a bunch of little young'uns coming out here and doing orientation flights. There was just a mass before I got here. There was a pretty good traffic jam on the landing board. About 20 bees trying to get in and out at the same time. But Little Hive is alive, and obviously some of those little babies that on that little tiny bit of brood, there's like a baseball sized brood on one frame, one side of one frame, that probably hatched about 2 weeks ago. And they're coming out, sniffing around, going up and down, round and round. So the heater inside barely kept up, but let's see if I can bring that into frame here without too much reflection. So I have a heater in there, and I have 4 thermometers. See if I can get the reflection out of it. Probably won't be able to do that, but the feeder, which is on top right now, is 68. The frame 3 up on the top of frame 3 is 70. This is the one that's right near the entrance. So this is in the middle of the box, about an inch in on the frame. So it's right near the entrance. And then here's frame 7, which is in the top of frame 7. And it's 70. So look at that. All of them are right near 70 degrees. And here we go. We're starting to get a little bit of a traffic jam. I'm going to go ahead and take out the restricting plate. These are primarily, looks like young'uns. See, watch, they'll do their little, they're doing their takeoff and landings. It gets them orientated where the hive is. Kind of neat. But was really worried about this hive, so I put a little tiny heater in there. It's still in, and we're 49 degrees, dew point 33. It was, when I got up this morning, it was like 30, and the dew point was 30 also. With the condensing hive, probably no water inside, because dew point was like 30, maybe on the edge though, on the sides, possibly a little bit, but I think they're gonna make it. Uh-oh. Piss that one off. She's angry. She wants to sting that one. That one's angry. I was just seeing if there's deads. It's been so cold that I was worried that they were not going to come out. But I did notice, I have a camera on these all the time. I noticed that there was 2 or 3 dead bees every morning. So there were some that were self evacuating at their time to die, self-evacuation. These are obviously little bees. Most of them are baby bees. Little babies. Look at that little baby one. Got little babies hatching, coming out to sniff, and some are doing little orientation flights where they come up and then they'll climb up here and then they'll take off and buzz around and then come right back in. And then they do their little zoom, 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 and then they land in, orientating where their hive is. It's still cold. It's 49. A minute ago was sun, and there was a big congestion here at the entrance. I had to take the restrictor out because they were piling up, coming in and out. But we do have some brand new little flyers. I haven't seen any pollen. See, that one's doing a little orientation. Do their little buzz in front to get a good idea what the GPS coordinates are. These guys have like similar to GPS the way they track. It's amazing. There's an older one on top and then some little babies. So got a couple more days of cold. Not too bad. It's going to get warm next week. Some warm rain. Then it'll go from polar vortex to atmospheric river. They got all these neat names that when I was a kid, they didn't have these cool dramatic names for storms. Cyclones. So they did have cyclones, but they never used that term on the West Coast. So temperature helped with the little heater in there. Oh, these ones went unavailable. I'm probably blocking the little BLE signal. I'll have to do a video on the hydrometer, thermometer sensors. Yeah, there's a whole bunch just poke their heads out looking. Kind of cool. Some of these may be the first time they poke their head out. Okay, I've had this one blocked off. Let's see if there's any bees. There was one right at the entrance. Looks like they're okay. I like that I'm not pulling a bunch of deads out. Walk this one back off. Hey, oh, excuse me, we're not out of the woods yet. We still got cold. Not Stormageddon. Oh, there's a bee right there. What are you doing, lady? There we go. So that's kind of capped off right there. Keep the drafts out. Oh, here's one that it just might be cold. It's still alive. I'm gonna put her in because some of them they come out into the cold and then they get too cold. Takes them a long time to recover, but they'll sometimes appear dead. But they just get so chilled that they pretty much shut down. That one doesn't look really old. So maybe that's what happened to her. She gonna go in? There were a couple that I saw take off from the landing board when it was like 30 degrees. And I saw a couple of them just circle right back and go back in. Maybe they were doing evacuation. Of their guts. But if they fly off when it's that cold, it's a good chance they won't come back. Okay, let's see. Anybody bringing in any goodies? I don't see any. The clovers, it's too cold. They're still closed today. I'm going to put the restrictor back in because it is seems like it's getting colder. Got a breeze. Got a bit of a breeze happening. I got down to about 29 degrees. 7 this morning was the low. Hard to see the little line there. And then with the help of the little heater, it's now... Well, wait, this is the temperature. It's like 50, 49, 50. Let's look at the bottom frame. This is the one that really shows. Had a power outage yesterday, and let me see. We can see the power outage. Yeah, there's a power outage right there. It dropped down to like 58, and then when I plugged it in, it was within an hour or two, it was back up to about 66. I hear a bee coming in. It's doing orientations, and it's like, what's this big giant thing blocking the hive? Looks So I almost saw a little bit of resources on the legs of that one, possibly. So it would have been a forager. This one's just doing a little orientation. This one just took off. And now it just landed. They're a tiny one. First time flyers. Well, thermometer says it's 57, so it's been on the whole time. It's never shut off. I have it set to like 75, but the bottom tray does not get that hot. Not with it this cold outside, so it's just enough watts to keep it almost as warm as my ergo hive over there, which doesn't have any heater in it. So it's hopefully just giving them a little bit of a boost to where they can keep their brood, 94 degrees if they're trying to hatch brood. And the sensors I have are 1 or 2 frames off of the brood, so unless I had a sensor right on the brood frame, I don't get it 100% accurate when it's showing high 70s. I'm hoping that frame or 2 over where there's eggs and brood capped over and not capped, it's at least 94 degrees Fahrenheit. I think it's 33 Celsius, because I think 95 Fahrenheit freedom units. Alright, big hive. Let's see what we got here. Oh, it's Varroa. A little bit of fondant, it looks like. These Varroas here. Of course, this is probably 4 days at least. It's been raining and cold. So this hive, I'm going to have to treat them again. They got a lot of bees though. Well, alrighty then. Got some DE. You can see the double bubble loses its silver, so you can see through both sides of it. You can see the color of the tray from the double, or through the DE, which is abrasive when you're wiping it off. So I'm gonna put a big fat layer of that, 1 full cup. Absorb the extra water, which with the condensing hive, it does come down the sides. Not in the middle though. It does drip down the sides. Small price to pay to keep the bees comfortable somewhat. Am I going the wrong way? I think I'm going the wrong way again. Yeah. There we go. And then these, you really want to make sure they're in. I've seen somebody that misses every time and cockeyes it, and then you got massive cold air coming in. Anyway, big hive doesn't have much activity right now. It did earlier when it was sunny, or when the sun was hitting it. It's is it like 49 degrees? A little bit past midday. It was like 30 this morning. And we're going to be getting warmer. It's going to be another cold day or two, and then things will warm up.